Hey guys, it is the one and only Enigma Hood. Now, I'm gonna be talking about kind of oddball situation with an equally oddball lady. Nah, I shouldn't call her an oddball. I mean, she's actually really nice. This all goes back a couple of weeks. I met a Christian on YouTube. Very, very nice lady. Just a really charming woman, actually. I liked her a lot. You know, a lot of people think that Enigma Hood hates Christians. You know, just if you're a Christian, I hate you. That's complete bullshit. I don't hate Christians. I don't hate anyone, except racists. But I do hate bad ideologies. I guess you could say I hate Christianity. It's kind of like how Christians say, they hate the sin, but not the sinner. I saw this funny image on Facebook saying something similar to that. We hate the religion, but not the religious people, or whatever the fuck it is. Anyway, that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't have anything against Christians. Two of my ex-girlfriends were Catholic. At least one of them was Catholic. The other one was raised a Catholic and then converted to Islam. Okay, and this is Enigma Hood, who is a fucking hardcore atheist. I don't have anything against religious people. I have an issue with the religious beliefs. But the problem is that sometimes the religious beliefs and the person can't be separated. And then there becomes real major problems. Now, I didn't mind that she was a Christian, and I didn't mind that she had all these, very, she adhered to her religion quite, fundamentalistly, if for lack of a better term. She was a strong adherent to her religion. And, we would talk about it, and I said, well, what do you think about, what is it? I have to always write these things down. Deuteronomy 22:13-29, where it says, you have to stone disobedient children. And she said, after a lot of hesitation, a lot of waffling around, which is very typical of Christians when they're confronted with this kind of question, she said that she would stone her child. Now, this is different than me encountering just some random fucker on the internet. I'm not going to bash her for that, because I actually got to know her, and we became friends, and I liked her a lot. And I said to her, you know what, after our interaction with each other, I don't believe that. I mean, I don't believe that you would ever do such a thing. I know that you're really religious and you always want to obey God and be a good Christian, but I don't believe you when you say that you would stone your child just because in the Bible it says that you should. She said, well, this is what they did back in the olden days. And then I said, well, wait a minute, what if God told you? What if God commanded you to stone your child? And after a little while, she did admit to doing it. And I said, no, I really don't believe that. I think that you're just caught up in the argument and you really don't believe this. So then we put it aside for a little while. Then later on, we got to talking some more, and I learned more about her. And, she has a daughter, and somehow the discussion came up again, and I wish it didn't. And basically, at one point I said to her, would you stone your daughter? I mean, would you be willing to look her in the eyes and tell her that you would stone her to death if God commanded you to do it? Now, the disturbing thing is that not only did she say yes she would, she did it. She actually did it. She told her daughter that she would. That really disturbed me. The other thing that disturbed me is the fact that she hears voices. I asked her, when you talk to God, do you ever hear God talk to you? And she said yes. Now, I don't like to diagnose people with mental illness, especially since I'm not a psychiatrist. And even if I was, this is not the proper way of doing it over the internet and stuff like that. There's a way of diagnosing someone with mental illness. But the fact of the matter is, it really bothered me that, one, she's such a strict adherent to her religion. And she hears voices, and she admitted that she would stone her child. And she even told her child. She has a kid, and she told her that she would stone her if God commanded her to do it. I was like, oh, what? You know, that just really bothered me. And it was at that moment that I just got so mad at Christianity, actually. I got so mad at the fact that, you know, what if, like, when you have someone that appears to be mentally ill, I mean, I don't want to say that she's mentally ill, but she appears to be. When you're hearing voices and you say it's God, wouldn't a Christian say, oh no, that's normal, because God does talk to people? See, I feel like Christianity is actually preventing our civilization from properly diagnosing people who have mental illness, because to these Christians, this God actually does exist and really does talk to people. But here in reality, we have to accept the facts that it doesn't exist. And when you're hearing voices, it's more probable that you're insane. Now, I told her, look, you know, I mean, she even asked me, okay? She even asked me, do you think I'm crazy? And I said, I'm not qualified to make that kind of assessment. And, I mean, I'm just a little bothered by the fact that you are hearing voices. You can hear what you think is God talking to you. I really think that you should seek out professional help and see if you are mentally ill or not. And at that point, she just kind of like did like a flippant kind of dismissive thing and said, you know, oh, the psychiatrists, they're all quacks. This is bullshit. They all they do is hurt people, and it's not real and stuff like that. She was just completely had zero interest. And I said, well, come on, just wait a minute, dude. This is not even just about you. This is about your daughter. I mean, you're responsible for more than just yourself. Don't you think that you have some kind of obligation to your daughter to see if you are mentally ill or not? I mean, don't you think that you have some kind of higher responsibility? Even if you do think they're just quacks, maybe for the best interest of your daughter that you should get help. Nah. She was having none of it. She didn't want to hear any more of it. And she got really mad at me. You know, and at this point we were pretty good friends, and you know, it just kind of deteriorated from there. You know, it's such a shame because she was really a lovely woman. She was very much against racism. You know, very much hard line against racism. And she's white too, by the way. You know, it's not like, no, she's white, and she has a very good heart and a very good soul, for lack of a better term. But she, you know, I just felt like she had some problems, and you know, it really made me kind of sad that, you know, she had to go the way that she did. And I'm more angry at society for reinforcing what I believe to be clear delusions. And when she's convinced by her religion that she should stone her child, kill her, just because God says so, you know, what the fuck, man? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with society and religion when we reinforce someone who probably, very clearly, I would say maybe, even though I'm not a psychiatrist, has some issues, or at least, damn it, get some help, you know? And the other thing that made me mad was the fact that, you know, I asked her if she has health insurance, and she said no. You know, this is one fucked up country when we can spend our tax dollars on sports stadiums, but we can't provide health insurance for people who really need it, okay? These are people that live in society with us. And if there's mentally ill people in society, I want them to get help, okay? Use the tax dollars to pay for it, all right? For fuck's sake, it helps us all when we help each other. It's the Christian thing to do. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comments section. This is Enigma Hood signing off.